Okay, so here's what you're going to be receiving. This industrial spray gun, paint sprayer, and regulator valve. What you won't be getting, but you will also need is adjustable wrench 1, maybe 2. You need your quick connect nozzle. Use whatever size is prevalent in your shop. It doesn't come with one, so you're going to need to provide one. And Teflon tape. Should have some Teflon tape around. Just make sure you have nice, good, solid connections. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'll show you what we need to do to get this prepped. Okay, so out of the box, we do not need to do any prior cleaning. There's already a nice screen on the end of the siphon nozzle there. Inside of the canister is clean. So out of the box, this lid assembly, this piece right here, is not screwed on all the way. What you're going to want to do is take that off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap these points with the Teflon tape, so when we start making connections, we're not leaking any air. I've gone ahead and applied the Teflon tape to these two areas. This is where you're going to put your regulator valve down at the end, which I've wrapped the end of the regulator as well, where the quick connect will go on, and this is where your cup assembly will attach. So always want to make sure that these are Teflon taped, give you the best airflow. So I'm going to go ahead and put those connections on with the 1/4 inch. This is a 1/4 inch quick connect. As I said, use whichever piece is going to be more appropriate for your particular shop or for your setup. Okay, so here we are. Everything is fully assembled and on tight. I have the readout on the regulator facing to the left. I'm right-handed, so I'll be able to check what my pressure is while I'm spraying. And now with this regulator, when we get to the adjustment period where we're finding what our optimal flow is, you have 2 air adjustment valves coming in. So this one is what goes through the regulator, and this goes into the gun directly. So we're going to be juggling these two to get our optimal airflow. You're going to want this valve open more, and then on the valve adjustment here with your regulator and your readout, this is going to be your kind of fine tuning. So these 2 knobs up here, this is your fluid adjusting screw. So this adjusts the amount of product that's pulled from the reservoir and goes out the tip. So we're going to be dialing this in and out, probably more all the way in to get a really fine fog. It's going to need to be in. And this is your pattern adjustment. So it just changes it kind of between a round and an oval. Again, it's another knob we're going to play with just a little bit so we get the nice even spray. Whether you're going to be looking for a flat, a horizontal spray, or a vertical spray pattern, you can adjust by shifting this nozzle. Okay, so in this orientation, it's going to give us a vertical spray. We turn it the other way, it's going to give us a horizontal spray. So depending on what you think your spray pattern is going to be most effective, that's where you're going to adjust that. Okay, so your product is going to go in your canister. The new product packs, you're going to have 2.5 gallons. So one can of this is going to be more than enough for several vehicles. About 1 ounce to 2 ounces per vehicle. So you're going to get a good a couple dozen cars out of a single can before you're going to have to go refill. So now we're going to go look at putting some air through it, pushing some product, and how to adjust it to get the best flow rate, the best pattern spread to distribute the product that we need in the way that we need it done. So our starting point, we have both knobs dialed down tight. So we've tightened them in all the way. We have got no product coming out when we squeeze the trigger. What you're going to want to do is loosen each knob one full rotation. So this is the fluid control valve, and then the pattern spray. We're going to loosen that one full rotation, and that's right about where you're going to want to start. So that's about 6 inches away. You see it puts a lot of product out. When we back up probably to about 1 foot to 18 inches, you get a nice fine mist, which is exactly what you want. You're not going to want to put too much product on the surface at any one time. If we go ahead and take a look at the valve, we're going to see the pressure valve down at the bottom pushing about 80 psi there. That's what's coming out of the air line. And I've got it dialed down just enough so product starts coming out. If you tighten this valve down to where the product stops and then slowly loosen it until you get some flow, that's exactly where you want to be.